All right, Ashley.
Yes.
Ashley, where are you from originally?
I was born in the Dallas-Fort Worth area in Texas.
Tell me about your family growing up.
Um, my dad used to be a drug addict, and my mom, and he was that sticks out most in my mind because like he wouldn't be around like a whole lot, and it'd be because like he was on drugs or he was in rehab. Um, my mom was like very loving, and I was in love, not like in a romantic way, but I was in love with my mom. She was very, very, very sweet to me, for the like for the most part.
How would you describe your childhood in general?
My childhood in general, confusing in that I can't recall it in chronological order in any one like attempt to like reflect on what my life has been thus far.
But no abuse, nothing crazy going on?
Well, I mean, like, what would you consider abuse?
Like physical abuse, psychological, sexual abuse, anything like that?
Um, so yeah, there was. I mean, there was some like I used to get hit with a wooden spoon, um, like on the butt if I like didn't listen to my mom or something like that. And I was like hit on like the back of my thighs or like my butt with her belt sometimes. Um, like one time she heard me talking about like heard me talking about like oral sex to my friend who was spending the night, and she was listening at the door, and then like when I was done with the story I was telling my friend, she opens the door and she's like, I think this is the last time we're spending the night, something like that, like all crazy. And she called me into the hallway and she shoved a bar of soap in my mouth, like, and it busted my lip, like, because I guess my lip was in the way. And then she grinded it back and forth and like wouldn't let me get water or spit it out, and slapped me in the face and then took a picture of me, telling me like so that my dad. Okay, but was that the same? No, okay, never mind. That was a different night. The picture thing was a different night. She wanted to send my dad in Texas pictures of what his daughter has become, you know,
Mm.
because I had a spaghetti strap tank top, and the strap fell down, and like I wasn't supposed to wear that, and the fact I was wearing it was wrong, but the strap falling down and being seen like that was even worse, and so it would be worse in my dad's eyes, she felt. So she like pulled the strap back down before she took the picture, and like I mean stuff like that.
What were you like in high school?
In high school, I was like weird.
Drugs came into the picture at some point?
Drugs came into the picture like I started doing drugs when I was 12, but then I was locked up out of state in like behavioral emotional treatment centers. So I started when I was 12, but I didn't continue doing them until I was like 16. Um, I was weird in high school because I had been in those treatment centers out of state doing therapy for like years, and um, I was on psych meds, and my mom was a tyrant, and my life was depressing because I wasn't allowed to have a boyfriend. But I've always felt a sense of like being in love with somebody, and so and I couldn't wear the clothes I wanted to wear. So it was just like really a fucked up time for me. I would cry. I would like many times I would just like lay in bed and cry about having to go to school the next day, and I wouldn't have to go because I would cry so much.
Was it a religious upbringing?
Hmm.
I see a lot of like religious tattoos on your forehead and your stomach.
Yeah, it was a religious upbringing. My mom
or anti-religious tattoos, I should say.
Well, I consider my tattoos religious, because the word religious does not exclusively belong to the mainstream or right hand path religions. And so my religion is a left hand path religion, and I'm very religious. I'm extremely religious, but the sense of the word religious may sound kind of like strange when people associate religious with holy, and depending on how you mean holy, also, like, the word holy actually means like a whole, a healthy, in the sense of like a whole, like in like a physiological sense. If you were to look at it like etymologically speaking, in the Norse language, which is like I have like studied some of Norse culture and for my religious reasons. So yeah, you could say I'm religious in a holy way, like if you were gonna intend it like that, but not in like a sacrament of Christ way. No.
But what do the upside down crosses represent?
Satan. Yeah, Satan.
You have a big Satan tattoo on your arm too.
Yeah, I do. I have that Satan right there, and then I have
You have some 666 and stuff like that.
666 Lucifer right there, and rose tattoo, and then I have Satan right here, and then that says chaos and runes, and like chaos is another name for Satan, and then Loki, who's also another name for Satan.
So are those tattoos a little more in line with what you believe?
And Satan right here. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. I love Satan. And
what do you love about Satan?
Like, it's like an easy question to answer, but then it's like, usually when someone asks me that, like sometimes I'll sit and I'll try to explain it to them, but like as of late, I'll hit them with a like, what do you love about your fucking mom? Like, what do you love about the person, your significant other? And can you give me their social security number and their fucking direct message? Like, and can I see that bitch tonight, or what's up? Like, you want to tell me where she works and what she was wearing this morning? Like, what else do you want to know without doing your own fucking like way to like know it? You know what I mean? Like, people want. I'm not saying you, but it's like people would be wanting to know like let me just get the gist of it. Like, can I get the fucking like pot of gold at the end of the rainbow? I don't give a fuck about the rainbow or like the trip there or how to get or what it means. Just, can I get the gold? Just tell me the steps I got to do. I don't care about what it means, or like almost like identity theft and shit like that. I love Satan because I don't even know how to describe it. Like, is my love like a I mean, I think definitely the fact that I love Satan so much is like probably a stumbling block for people that would otherwise not end up going down the path that they end up going down after they meet me, and I'm okay with that. Like, I'm good with that. That I think that would be their fault for. You should stop at the name Satan. You know what I mean? If I'm saying I love Satan, well, she said love. Okay, but I said Satan. So like, why do you still, you still proceed? You should be going the other way. Yeah.
What is your drug now?
My drug now? What do you mean? What is my drug now? Like, you say
I
that.
think you started using drugs when you were a young teen.
Okay, yeah. See, I'm a little bit paranoid. See, so that's why I was like, I forgot that I had said that, and I'm like, what do you mean now? Like, what do you know about me from before? Okay, just because I was wondering. I do crystal methamphetamines. I smoke it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does it do for you?
It does a lot for me, and I don't feel like able to like think or feel or have ideas or be like truly alive, like or motivated without crystal meth. I believe crystal meth is, and I know it to be sorcery, So I know that it's part of my religion, and I know that it's part of my relationship with Satan. And yeah, I think because I was forced to take psych meds also in those adolescent years, I was forced to take a lot of heavy psychiatric meds, and I think that like messed something up in me that wouldn't have been messed up, to where like I don't have that, like they robbed me of my natural reward system, like I can't function with or without psych meds like as a average person could function. I don't have that same like drive. Meth gives me the drive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you have children?
I have given birth 4 times, but I don't like to say that I have children because I don't have children. They've all, like, one is in guardianship, and 3 have been adopted. And I don't want, like, also, so they're not mine. And also, like, I really have to like, I haven't come to like a clear decision on like how I feel about how they got here in the first place. I think it's a little actually a lot fucked up. Because like I mean, one person says children, I say like parasites. Okay, like I don't remember ever getting a fucking like a letter or a phone call from anyone saying, hey, can hi, I don't have a name yet, but anyway, I'd like to know if I can post up in your body for like 10 months and grow to like learn how to be a human and then come out through the hole that you get fucked out of, you know what I'm saying? Like that's fucking weird, and then suck on your tits and like cry and shit myself, like, you know what I'm saying? And pretend that like, you know what I mean? And like observe like a fucking alien or something. Like no one ever asked me that. No one ever asked me, hey, can I come do that? Yeah, of course I've heard when you have sex, that you could get pregnant. But really, I mean, if the thing coming out of me is a human, that's what we're calling ourselves, right? Humans. If that thing is a human and has a soul, like what made it ever, I mean, how is that okay? I have a real hard time with that one, and like I really think I was done very wrong. I think that like it's an abomination. Like I think getting pregnant for me to like have, I think that was like such an abomination, like for that to happen to me. It was horrible. I haven't even realized the trauma of it yet. Truly. What a violation. Something to just enter your body and try to form it like so that it could form itself as a clone or something. As far as I'm concerned, the only thing that children like are good for, or like the only thing that would make sense as to like to have a child, right, is I don't know a lot. I speak from a place of ignorance, but like stem cells or like body parts. Okay, like let's say if I needed a liver one day, that would be a good reason to have this parasitic be a host to a parasite that comes out looking like a human. Because if I need liver, there you go. I got like 3 to choose from, right? And we know they're soulless, obviously, so it's not like it's gonna do anything to them, like to like put them under and take their liver out. Like do something else, and I'm not a fucking doctor, but like do something else and make their bodies keep functioning, or like take each part and like if they would like science would like take each part of their body and like put it on like cryogenics or something, so that like I could essentially be like a healthy immortal. That would make sense, but that's what comes to my mind.
It's a very interesting perspective on pregnancy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why anyone else isn't thinking the same way. Like you don't even know. This is like a body coming out of you, like a fucking body living inside your body for that long. I don't remember being in utero. Do you? I don't remember ever coming out of a fucking vagina or living inside somebody. And therefore I don't know if I did. Since I don't know that, I can't remember it, then I can't actually stand by that and say that that's how I entered the world. So yeah, I think there's definitely like some sort of weird conspiracy maybe with that part.
You've been living on the streets for how long?
I've been living on the streets for like, I mean, I've gone to prison 4 times. I've been arrested like 60 times. I've had brief, like, interim housing, right? But for the greater part of 23 years, I just turned 39. So for the greater part of 23 years, I've been living on the streets. Maybe not the greater part, but like about half of that.
What have you been to prison for?
What have I been to prison for? Okay, well, like over 10 years ago, what's it called? Possession of a controlled substance, which is what they call it if you get caught with meth. Okay. Possession of a controlled substance was a felony in any amount. Like it could be like $10 worth.
In what state?
In California.
Really?
Yeah, Orange County.
Well, I guess it's not down here on Skid Row, though.
I believe it.
I mean, yes, it's technically illegal, but the cops look the other way.
Yeah, that's bizarre to me. It's two different worlds. Yeah, like people feel comfortable enough to like sit out on the fucking street corner and not bat an eyelash, like if the fucking cop drives by. That's crazy. Yeah, I went to prison for possession of a controlled substance. It's a misdemeanor now, but when it was a felony, I had been placed on probation and got violated. When you get 3 violations, on your 3rd violation, you have to go to 16-month state prison or drug court, which you get out right away, but you have all these obligations. I was like, fuck drug court, and I wanted to get my, like all my friends, everyone I knew was already on parole, and like I like respected and admired them for the gangsters that I felt they were. So this was my opportunity to like, you know, like get some, I guess people say like street cred or clout or something, you know? So I just went ahead and I took the 16 months. And then let's see, so that was the first 2 terms. My 3rd term was for assault with a deadly weapon, and that was a strike. And then my 4th prison term was for assault with force likely to produce great bodily injury, and that was my 2nd strike. And those were, like, the penal code is like 245A or something like that, for assault with force likely to produce great bodily injury. I signed for 4 years at 85% and a strike. That's after going to Patton State Hospital from being declared incompetent to stand trial, coming back and fighting my case in the county for like 9 months. Another person that I know, this other person being my boyfriend, who I hate, let's just have that for the record. My boyfriend assaults me and is seen it like live as it's happening by undercover cops that were in the area for another reason unassociated to us. And when they saw him assaulting me, they felt like, according to them, they felt like it was like serious enough to blow whatever they were doing off and come stop that from happening, right? They charged him with the same charge. You know what he did? He did not get a strike. He did a total of like 8 or 9 days in jail. And he has to do 52 weeks of domestic violence classes, which he has like still not enrolled in or anything like that. And they put a restraining order against us, like a stay away order, which we've never fucking respected. And we've been pulled over by the police, like with both our names being ran at the same time, like at least 5 times since that happened. And every time we just feign, oh, what restraining order? And he never gets arrested for it, which I'm glad, because like, even though he's a piece of shit, I need him around, you know?
Have you been in love before?
I stay in love. Yeah. Have I been in love? Yeah. Yeah. It's fucked up. Being in love is fucked up. Well, what do you consider in love?
I would say having one person that you are deeply connected with that becomes very, very important to you and your well-being, and you take care of them, you protect them, you want what's best for them.
You want what's best for them. Is that the like full scope of your wants when you're in love, is what's best for them?
No, I mean it's a wide range of things that are involved in a loving relationship. If you have to ask these questions when I ask you if you've been in love before, then the answer is probably no.
Well, like, I mean, I think I have been. It's just like, it's so like, you know, people tell you like, okay, everyone has like an idea of like what their parents or what their family like taught them about love when they were children, right? I don't even know. Okay, sidebar. I don't know if everyone was a child. Just like I don't remember being in utero. I didn't watch everybody their whole life. I don't know like that. Like not some freak phenomenon. Like I was a child once, and like, yeah, that might not happen to everybody. Like some people might like just like be on Earth like normally like adults the whole time. I don't know. That's weird. What do you think about that? Were you ever a child?
I was.
You were.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I remember it very well.
Okay, I believe you. Okay.
And if you ask me if I've been in love before, I know instantly the answer is hell yes.
How do you know?
Because it takes you over. It's like a bulldozer in your life. You'll never forget it. It's like, would you say it's more pain than pleasure? No, because even the pain
is pleasure.
Is kind of almost pleasure in a strange way.
Would you,
especially in the long run?
Would you describe it as like rapturous, being in love?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Do you okay? Is it the right thing to do when you're in love to like excommunicate everyone else that's in your psyche at the time that you decide you're in love? You're like, all right, you know, all the other like psychic type of like ties, like mental, emotional ties you have in your mind of like random people or not random people that you be thinking about. Like, are you supposed to cut those off when you're in love?
You're not supposed to do that or the opposite, but sometimes that happens when you just become so enamored with one person and people stop hanging out with all their other friends who become less important. I've seen that happen. It didn't happen with me, but I've seen it happen.
Yeah, like that's what I do. That's what I do, and then like I expect the same thing. Well, no.
I'm not even sure that's love. That could be some kind of need that looks like love, but actually isn't.
You know what? This is where it gets weird. It's like, how the fuck did something that, okay, we can all agree this is like a shoe. If you want to be specific, it's like a slide. It's like a sandal. Okay, we all know that like that's the Adidas symbol, right? We're not like over here like getting real like shadowy and like weird. Like we're not murky on like that's an Adidas symbol. Like because we know what it looks like and it's an Adidas symbol. Like, oh shit, you know, or like, wow, rain is coming from the sky. Like we know what we know what rain is, and then we see it and we feel it and it's coming from the sky. It's like, why is this love? It's interesting. No, it's not interesting. It's fucked up that love is like the thing that's like really like, I know what it is, but I don't know what it is. Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. It's very confusing.
Why is it confusing?
Because a lot of things are disguised as love, but they actually aren't.
Yeah.
And they take the place of it. They seem to take the place of it, and they play that role in our lives or something that looks like it. It's a complicated question.
You know, they say like God is love, right?
Mm-hmm.
People say God is love. I thought God was God.
I don't know if I'm going to get to the bottom of what love is in a
Well,
quick little conversation with a girl with
there's
an
a
upside
song-
down cross on her forehead.
There's a song by Eminem called Spacebound. And one of the in the lyrics, one of the verses is, he says, "And love is evil. Spell it backwards. I'll show you." Get it? Like LOVE, EVOL. But like evil sounds like evil. Like it sounds kind of the same. If you don't know what the person is intending when they're saying like evil, like then. Are they saying love backwards, or like, no, they mean evil? But I just know that I have more love in my heart than any Christian I've ever met, or anyone from any religion I've ever met. More of a capacity to love. But that being said, that's why I have so much hate also. Because people are so incapable of love and accepting it. They see love and they just want to fuck it all up. You know. Like
So is this what you would tell your 4 kids?
Tell them like in what sense? Like
That you have so much love to give?
like you said, is this what I would tell them? Like what would be the setting? Is it like the one thing I would tell them if I could?
When's the last time you saw your kids?
Okay, 2 of them at birth. The other ones.
So we pulled the Jerry Springer and we brought all 4 of them in here, and we all sat together, and you're going to tell them that you have so much love to give, and they're going to. What do you think their reaction would be?
Okay, like I would say probably like if they said something like snotty to me, or like implying that like I don't know what love is based on like the fact that their lack of a relationship with me, that's probably when I would hit them with the like wow, I have more love in my heart than like, you know, than anybody I've ever met. And then their reaction would be like I don't know. I mean, I could predict what the one that's with my mom, what her reaction would be, but I don't know about the other ones. Yeah, if they like, it's like I'm not gonna. It's like that's you guys' journey, you know. Like, I really don't. I used to really give a fuck if people like believe me that I was capable of love. Now I'm more concerned about like people believing me like that I'm capable of hate and destruction. You know, like because like being that I'm Satan's priestess, like I can access things like black magic and curses and do things to destroy people that have fucked with my love, or people that I just, maybe I'll look at them and I just don't like them, you know? I don't even have to have a fucking reason. But really, the type of complicated individual that I am, I do have to have a reason, you know? Otherwise, I'm not gonna have the like emotional gusto to like see this thing all the way through type thing, you know? Like, yeah. But I think when I say like I'm capable of so much love, I like at this point in my life when I say that, like I kind of like say it because like I kind of say it like in an arrogant way, like purposely arrogant, like hoping that knowing and hoping that it's gonna piss some people off, you know? Like now that I think at this time in my life, it's like who I am is becoming more evident, and so for me to make the statement that I did about love, it is gonna really like be a kick in the teeth to some people, you know, that's what I'm going for, you know, not an actual kick in the teeth. Metaphorically speaking. Or
tell me what happened to your teeth.
Oh man. Well, crystal meth. When I do crystal meth, a lot of people supposedly do this. Like when I start to fall asleep, or as soon as I fall asleep, my body will be like twitch itself awake, right? My body will like do a twitch that I'm not meaning to do because I'm falling asleep, but the twitch will be so hard that it wakes me out of my sleep. And I realize, oh, I had like some major twitch, or the person I'm with will tell me I did. Well, I've succeeded past that now to where I don't really do the twitch anymore. What I do is like a full lunge. I'm laughing, but it's fucked up. Like, it's like, okay, I was sitting in a chair in the apartment of an associate of mine, and I fell asleep. I woke up on my knees, like I don't know, like at least 3 feet in front of me, and like I heard like a big like boom sound as I hit my knees, and they watched. They were wide awake watching me. I fell. So the same thing was when I knocked my teeth out. I did a lunge. Like I had fallen. I was falling asleep. No one else was around. I'm falling asleep, and as I fell asleep, I threw my body threw itself off of the fucking bench, and like as my eyes opened as I was like right before my teeth hit the ground. And that sounds like a cover story for like a fucking person that's getting like beat up or something, right? Like, I ran into the doorway, or like, no, but like this is really real. Like, I do this almost all the time when I sleep now. I fucking injure myself. I end up throwing myself out of whatever sleeping position I'm in onto the ground. I woke up recently with a bike on top of me. Like, my boyfriend put a bike, like a mountain bike, upside down on a dresser, like a dresser that's about close to 5 feet tall. And then we had an air mattress that we filled up, right? It filled the whole room. There was no more walking room. That's why he had to put the bike up on the dresser. Well, I woke up, I guess, like after falling asleep a little bit, I woke up, and I don't remember standing up, but I must have stood up, and the dresser was unsteady, and the fucking it was like slow-mo as it fell, and I was naked, and I remember the bike falling on me. Like, I turned away as it was falling, and the way it landed was like, I was like this far away from my boyfriend's face, and I woke him up, and I was like, "Bikey," and he's like, "Oh, Bikey," and he sees the bike, like this big ass bike on my back.
What's your biggest fear now?
Everything.
Do you have a lot of anxiety?
I think of a reason to be afraid of everything. Like, if I'm not afraid of, if I don't have any fear at any given moment of the day, like, my mind like automatically does this thing where like I redo the thing in my head, like the status quo, and I'll end up thinking of a reason to be afraid. Like, I don't know. There's so much more to be afraid of than I've even fathomed yet. Things that can happen, like, but so much more to be afraid of. I think my biggest, no, I'm not gonna say, like, you don't want to, I don't know, I'm gonna tell you what you want, but I don't think you want to know some of my, like the biggest fears. Like, it's like, it goes pretty deep. Like, I have a big imagination, and like, it.
Try me.
Okay, so this isn't my biggest fear, but this is a fear that that I dwelled on for a minute, and like, if I think about it in its full capacity, it's overwhelming to me. Okay, so how do I say this? It's a point where there are people who have been alive however long on this earth, I'm going to say older than me, okay, who have a certain hardcoreness that I lack, okay? Like, because like, there's people who've done horrible things to me, and like, I'll still, if given the opportunity, I usually can't like in a like one-on-one situation, you know, like put them in their place. Like I can do it like magically speaking away internally, but I'm not the type that can like, I could never be something like a dominatrix or like like a fucking, you know, an assassin or something like that, right? Like I'm not good at shit like that. There are people who are alive and that are good at shit like that. Okay, and there's something that can so easily happen should they choose to turn the switch. And what that is, that would include all walks of life. That would not like, I wouldn't be excluded from this starting process. Okay, what it is like, so, you know, you heard of like dungeons, right? Like sex dungeons. And I've never been to one. I don't know, and I don't want to go to one. But a fear that's real that is like is a thing. Okay, you see these huge parking garages that they have around the city? They're huge, right? Huge amounts of space. Okay, so imagine if one day, like it was just a straw that broke the camel's back, or the person who decided, you know, we need like, let me get this many subscribers to this, or this many hits on this brand, and it's on. I'm gonna do my thing, okay? Imagine like a fucking parking garage, like full of people, and what it is essentially like, it's like a worse than the Christian Bible describes, like hell that incurs, starts with of like, because of a lack of like doing life the right way. It's like constant punishment, and it's I don't know how to describe it, but look, no one would be excluded. Like it's so fucking scary, because like when the moment happens, it's a thing where like when the moment happens, if it were to happen, one would find themselves, as I did, like when I saw this in a vision. Okay, one would find themselves wanting to quickly abandon any property they have, because that's just going to be more evidence of their fuckery, you know? Meaning like cigarettes, drugs, fucking all that extra shit, you know? And look, and going outside and finding that there's nowhere to go. There would be like a thing where there would be nowhere to go. A thing where you suddenly are like, your mind, your soul, your body, your spirit, your everything is, it's like this. It's like blocked. It can't go. It can, okay, it wants to go left. It can go left, but it can only go left knowing that this left is that this left is like, every move is a mistake at this point. Like, not a mistake, every move is the wrong one. You can't make a right move. The only right move to make, and that would be the most horrifying move, is to go basically turn yourself in, to go to the bad place, and present yourself for, you know, like as if you've been drafted, you know? Knowing that that's like that's, come on, the signs are there, like you've been drafted, you need to cut. So, and in all, so I mean, cops, like nothing could stop it. It's they say the all-seeing retina, and it distinctly has to do with the devil. This is something that couldn't happen without the devil, okay? But it would be so. Then and you couldn't talk to anyone about it. You really can't. You cannot talk to anyone. You can't even talk in code about it. Like
Okay, I get the idea.
Okay, it's so fucking scary. It's so fucking scary, and I'm not scared of it anymore though, because like I psychically connected with the person who would be in charge of that, and I also saw like the end game result of like what it would be, and I actually would be let away from that because of the type of heart that I have, and because of the things that I truly want.
Excellent.
Yeah.
All right, Ashley, thank you so much for sharing your story.
You're welcome.
I wish you lots of luck out here.
Hail Satan.
Be careful.
Was that a threat? No.
No, I'm just saying.
I'm joking.
Be careful out here.
Yeah.
Thank you.